Greetings. This is Scholar on the scene. What's current, Mister Mister Biden, Massa Biden, Massa? You can't. We so sad that you're getting off as the president. We 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 so sad now. It's a problem. You've done so much for this country, Massa Biden, please. We just want you to know that you did so much for us, and the way you did for your family, and you did for this country. It's just so wonderful, Massa Biden, Massa Biden. We so thankful for you. So thankful for all that you've done, and thank you for what you do. So we just want to say, Master Biden, that you are the one. You are the only one. That was my reenactment of Van Jones. Reacting to the biggest news of the day. It happens over the weekend now. Huge news happens over the weekend now. It's not during the week. Of course, I'm sure you all have heard Joe Biden is not running for re-election. He is bowing out. I don't know, gracefully. I don't know if he was cleaning out his depends, and he said, you know what, enough's enough. That's the last of it. That takes the cake. That's it. I'm out of here. I'll stay. The GOP, the Republicans, they're calling for him to step down right now. Not even finish out his term in January. So they're calling for him to definitely not even be part of the presidency as of this moment. So it's really goofy. It's really, really goofy. So he is, what can I say? He was one of the worst presidents. He wasn't that great. He was like mediocre to terrible at the somewhere in between there. He didn't. I'm looking at the GOP and I'm like, that's about right. You're corrupt. You're evil. You're wrong. GOP, Republican Party, for nominating this man, this less than a man, Trump. And JD Vance is a man. He's just wrong on a lot of things, and he's kind of a bootlicker in a lot of senses. Kind of like Van Jones, a bootlicker, licking Biden's boots and sucking his kneecaps. It's real. It's real. So if you missed my reenactment, here it is. Master Biden, you did so great. You did a wonderful job for this country. Everything you did was spectacular. You did a great job. You did such a wonderful job to this country. It just hurts my heart and pains me. The fact that you're stepping down. This was a selfless thing. He said the SELFLESS, selfless thing that you did. This is for the nation. It's for the country. This is for us. This is for the nation. This is for America. That's my reenactment of Van Jones. Thank you. Yeah. So he's out of there. Just like what was his name? Harry Karras. Is that what his name was? Let me make sure. Harry Callis. Harry Callis. He was famous for the Phillies. So people were in the Delaware in the Delaware Valley, and people in South Jersey, Philadelphia, and Delaware, northern Delaware especially, know who Harry Callis was. He's out of here. Yeah, he's out of here. But I guess he's just gonna limp on. This is a weird. Politics is getting stranger and stranger and stranger. It's getting like, the Wizard of Oz and Alice in Wonderland and all at the same time. It's real trippy kind of business going on. Really weird, goofy kind of thing. But we got to get through it. We got to fight. We got to fight through it. I I just say, hey, that he made a good decision. Finally, he made the right decision. He didn't make the right decision on healthcare. He didn't make the right decision on the border. He didn't make the right decision on, and that means not in the favor of the GOP either. I'm not saying that they were right, but he did all that. Yes, Dot Focus, salute to Dot Focus. Salute to you, sir. You're telling the truth. He says politics proves the simulation is real. Yeah. I appreciate that from Dot Focus. I'm just writing now. So Dot Focus is in the building in the house. He's in the live chat. We got 3 people in here. We're gonna try to make this a party. I'm trying to go up to 10 people. You know, if you can't give money, make sure you tell at least 10 people, 10 or 11 people. Don't tell 12 people. You know the reason why. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. I don't know why my nose gets the itching when I get on the show. All day long, my nose is all good, but then when I get on the show, it gets the itching. About to share you in a bunch of discourse now. I appreciate that. Thank you. That helps. That does help. That's all you need to do. If you don't want to do money, just pass on the show. I appreciate that. Salute to you, Dot Focus. Salute. But Biden, yeah, he did the right thing. He finally did the right thing. He botched, the economy. He botched the Afghanistan withdrawal. He botched all of that, and nobody batted an eye except the GOP. The Republicans obviously attacked him, but people in his own party, very few, if any, I can't remember anybody saying, "Yeah, what we did was wrong." When we saw people trying to get into the what's it called, the wheel wells, where the wheels go on the jets, on the planes. That was disastrous, and the 13 Marines that were killed. And I think many more injured people, but 13 U.S. personnel that were butchered that day because of a bomb exploded. I think it was, or it was gunfire. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was just a death. It was just a blood. That was a bloodbath. That was disgusting, and the GOP turned that up to the nth degree. They had the families. They made sure they had the names of the people that perished, that had their lives taken away from them. They didn't lose their lives. Their lives were stolen. So let's get that clear. So I think with Biden bowing out, haphazardly, I guess I can say probably rather than gracefully. Dropping my Bluetooth. Yes, thank you, Rouse. Thank you for that. I haven't seen it go up yet, though. I see. Oh, there it is. There it is. All right, I see it. Salute, Rouse. Matching for Cash App. I'll do PayPal. I'll do Venmo. But yeah, Rouse says 100 is in Nia. And he's got the emojis. He knows I hate emojis, but it's all good. I still represent for him. I still respect for him. Have respect for him. So, what do we do now? What do we pick up the pieces? Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is going to run the country. Shit. Wow, really, against Trump? Really? She's going to have to pull her earrings. put Vaseline on her face. She's gonna have to have a blower, or that's a razor blade, and under her tongue, she's gonna have to need all of that when she goes up against Trump in a debate. Oh my God, are you kidding me? That's gonna be the bloodbath. If she gets in there, she's not gonna survive. Trump will take her head off. I don't see her winning. The debate against Biden was like, if there's a species of fish, I'm thinking about piranha, but I don't think piranha do it. But if there's a species of fish that eats its own self, like it's cannibalistic, it eats its own kind, its own species. That's what happened with Trump and Biden. Biden was a barrel of fish that ate itself. Like he didn't have to. He mumbled and fumbled and couldn't even make a coherent statement. And Trump was just like, standing there like, is this nigga is he gonna say something? Hey, I don't even have to do much. He had all facts wrong. He said all the wrong things. He was goofy, as he always is, as Trump. He didn't do his little dance he does. But he could have. That's the point. He could have very well done that. So that's what actually happened at the first debate. And I can't wait till the debates come. I can't wait. They're going to be so supercharged. Whoo, they're going to be fire. They're going to be fire. Flame spitter. Fire flame spitter. That's what it's going to be like. It's gonna be a brawl. It's gonna be it's either gonna be he gonna be pulling her hair through the halls. You saying people yelling, "You can't beat up on a girl! You can't beat up on a girl!" Well, he's gonna be like, "Well, look what I did to Hillary," and then keep punching, and Harris's head. That's what it's gonna be like. I can't imagine. He's gonna dig up so much stuff on her that he already probably had in a binder, on his desktop. He already had it saved since 2020, saying just in case this Biden character dies in office or is unfit for duty, let me make sure I got my barbs for the heir apparent. and even in the Democratic Party, they're like saying like, "Hey, Harris, we're not." Can we kind of get somebody different? I mean, she could be vice president again. She could be like on the lower ticket again, but she can't be the title card. She can't be the title. She can't be no. She can't be president. It's not going to happen. We got to get somebody young, energetic, strong-minded, a white man, most likely. It was cute with President Barack Obama. That was cute. He had 2 terms. That was cute. That was cool. And Biden was somewhat, a little bit, kind of, sort of, he had some of his wits to him, somewhat, kind of, sort of, a little bit. Yeah, he was somewhat there. But as the years progressed, I mean, it's just a natural form in some people's lives. He just degenerated over time. He just degenerated over and over, every day, every year over. Because just 5 years ago, I was watching a video of him. He was coming out fighting. If you look at the debates, he was like, "Oh, come on, stop the malarkey. Shut up." Now he's like, he has one expression, and it's either this or this. Like, he's not like that. He doesn't have that fighting Irishman spirit that he once had. It was like, "Yeah, Joe, go! Yeah, Joe, go!" Even though I never voted for him, I didn't vote for him in 2020. I didn't plan on voting for him in this election, and neither did I vote for Trump. I have a write-in ballot. I'm not going to tell you who I wrote in, but you can probably figure it out. So Biden's stepping aside. I think it's really stepping aside. than down. I think this is a weird situation. I don't think I've ever experienced anything like this, where it was like right in the middle, and it wasn't a resignation, it wasn't an assassination, it wasn't anything like that. It transfers of power. That's what happened in the 60s and 70s. There was JFK turned to LBJ because of an assassination. They were on the plane with a bloody suit. His wife, Jackie then Jackie Kennedy, then and later in life Jackie Onassis. She still had his blood and brain matter on her suit. It wasn't a dress. Everybody says it was a dress. It was a suit. That was one of the most macabre, scary, weird, goofy, ugly, disgusting, horrific images ever taken. Her watching LBJ getting sworn in. You can see the traces of blood on her suit. That was crazy. But that's a resignation. I mean, that was an assassination. Then we have Nixon with a resignation. He was the first and so far the only president to resign from the office, the highest office in the land, because of the Watergate issue and the Pentagon Papers and all the things that he was tied to. He was saying, he said himself years later, he said, when the president does it, it's not a crime. Nigga, what? What? So that just like gave Trump the impetus to say, I can be on Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and still get elected. And then when you're elected, you can still shoot somebody. And on the first day, you can be dictator. Instead of saying, if I were ever elected as or made dictator, the first thing I would do would be resign. That's what a president says. That's what a proper president says. That's what a proper human being would say. But I digress about Trump. Biden. It's Biden's time. I have 0 viewers right now. Zero viewers, but that's fine. So I think that it is very vital to our constitutional republic. How about that? Anybody ever talk about that anymore? Hulk Hogan style. We are a constitutional republic. We are founded upon documents such as the Constitution, and more important, the Declaration of Independence, the greatest political expression in all of human history. We are bound by these documents. They illustrate who we are and what we are and what we are about. They illustrate our Americanness, our identity as Americans. That's what it demonstrates. So to show this, we must try to distinguish what we can from all the propaganda, all the propping up, all the bullshit, essentially. Pardon my friend Swab. But yeah, so I think, I can't prove it, but I think that Biden, he held on long enough, and this is like, what? I got COVID for the 3rd time. I'm 81 and got COVID. If I was 81 and I just had my wits about me, I was sharp and witty and smart, and could do strong riposte. If I said that wrong, hopefully somebody will correct me. But if I could say strong words and string them together, that would be amazing. That would be great. I have niggas fawning over me and crying about me like Van Jones. I have different people saying things over my name, in my name, But that's what this is all about. This is all about a man that made a decision. He made a stern, strict, and firm decision. He said, no, I will not run for another election. I will not run for re-election. And I got to respect that. I got to give him at least an inch of respect for that. Because he should have resigned a long time ago. He should have resigned after the Afghanistan debacle, after, just a whole litany of different political mishaps. It's not just the gaffes. It's not just him falling up the stairs. It's not just like little things like that. It's the fact that his whole presidency was just a Band-Aid, really, over a bullet wound. It was like a whole lot of bandages over a bullet wound. That was Trump's presidency. Shot in the foot, and so it didn't get infected. It would have got infected if Trump was reelected. But this time around, it seems pretty serious because this is just Trump is a convicted felon, and he's running for the highest office in the land, and he's leading. He's leading in the polls. If you care about the polls, don't care too much because they don't matter as much. The polls can say a lot of things and say other things at the same time. So don't strictly live your life on polls, but they do indicate certain information. They give you a brief understanding of who is actually has leads and different agendas and different issues. Like I'm afraid for the abortion laws. That's what I would be voting for. I'll be voting for against the people that are saying that they're getting rid of abortion. And some people say, we might know them. I don't know if they're trolling or not, because they paid thousands of dollars for them, and we all know who we're talking about, don't we? He said, make better life decisions. But what about rape and incest? There was a video commercial. I hope it wasn't an actress. I hope it wasn't. I think it was a real person. She was a real person, real story. Her father raped her and impregnated her. Okay, that's both. That's rape and incest at the same time. So in her home state, I think it was Ohio, if I'm not mistaken. The place where JD Vance is from, by the way. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was Ohio. Let me make sure 100%. So I'm watching right now. This is I think she's afraid of her dad. Hadley's stepfather sexually abused her. So it wasn't like blood that was her. So I had to make sure it's a stepfather. It wasn't her father. It was her stepfather. But nonetheless, that's technically incest, but not exact incest. I'm watching it now. She's saying that girls like her are suffering because you're being ripped away. Trump and JD Vance don't care about women. They don't care about girls in this situation. They'll take their rights away. That's what's disgusting. That's the scary part. That's where it gets weird. Talk about a bad day. Yes. A very bad day, sir. Yes. Talk about a very bad day. Excuse me for the readjustment. But yeah, that's a bad day. That's a pretty bad day. Strong. So Biden Biden. The dude of Biden. No, it's so fulfilling. It's so refreshing. It's so like sigh. Even Van Jones is saying, it was like you're going to your grandfather's driveway. He's about to get in the car and he's got the keys in his hand. You take the keys from him. He's like, why aren't you letting me drive? He's like 81 years old and he's like, why aren't you letting me drive? I can drive. I've been driving for 62 years or something like that. And, like, and just he'll just be saying all this stuff. It's crazy. It's wild. It's really wild. You got to take the keys. Somebody had to take the keys. He was not alone. He was not alone in this decision, because I think if it was just him, it was just his decision, and he wasn't swayed anyway, he'd still be running. He'll still be running. Somebody got in his ear and said, look, this ain't it. This ain't it. This ain't that. That ain't this. Push your T-line. But that's what he would say. Anybody would say to him. They would say that exact line. They would tell the truth. They had to tell you, look, Mr. President, you have a beautiful life. You've lived the American dream. You became president of the United States of America. How many people can say that? Not many at all. I don't know what the percentage is. I don't know what the fraction is, but it's pretty long. It's 1 in something million, I think. Something 110 million or something like that. Something crazy. Who becomes president of the United States of America? So that's why I'm really focusing on, is the fact that he is totally, bereft of all vigor. He's bereft of all, ideas. He's bereft of all everything. He's completely exhausted. The man's got COVID for the 3rd time, for God's sakes, at 81. It's amazing that he can do that. That's a feat. People his age that get COVID usually don't survive. Their immune system is too impacted. It's too deteriorated at that time period, at that stage of life. And he's getting it for the 3rd time. He had to say, no, you know what? That debate was a bellwether. That was an indicator that said, you know what? I had a bad night. No, you had a bad everything. You had a bad, career as a senator. You had a bad career as a president. You have to sit down and have some Werthers in your easy chair and watch movies with your grandkids. That's all you got to do. Or go to their school plays, or watch old home videos or something like that. I don't know, but don't be anywhere near a podium that says President of the United States of America. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because it just makes it just so much more difficult. It would have been more difficult, actually, if I said that. It would have been much more difficult to try to weed out and fix the problems that are very pressing, that make the most sense. To make sense of the problems, to guide yourself through and ensure that you have your best interests on the table. You're selfish, you're rational. He said this is a selfless move. Van Jones, perpetuating the bullshit. It's selfish. What he did was right, and I have to give him credit. And what he did was selfish, which is good, which is proper. I mean, to the extent that it was actually done by him. He actually had, I'm sure, handlers and dozens of people that were in his ear and sat down next to him and said, "Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President, I have to come back," hat in hand, remove their hats and say, we can't do this. This can't happen. Kamala's in the waiting. I know it's already on game time for her. It's gonna be shine time when those debates come. I can't wait for the semi-racist Trump remarks. He's gonna be smart. He's not a complete moron. Trump, like Biden, isn't a complete moron. They know what they know, and they know how to get around things. They know how to get around things. They know that it's for future use, that they even have people like Joe Biden and Donald Trump, that they even have themselves, because they know deep down inside they shouldn't be president. Neither one of them should have been president. Obama should, like, I could say all the way back to oh my God, maybe Calvin Coolidge. Calvin Coolidge was like the last decent president, because he didn't even do much. That's like that's part of it. When they do too much, like FDR did a lot. Social Security, the New Deal, all the WPA, all those different programs. He did a lot, and he had four goddamn terms. He would have had probably 5 or 6 if he lived. He died in office. But FDR, that's what I'm not his cousin TR, Teddy Roosevelt. But FDR, oh my God, he wreaked havoc on the government, expanded it, made it wider, made it more wide-reaching. LBJ, what was this? The New Society, the Great Society, or something crazy. Expanded it. Government expanded under Obama. Government expanded under Bush. Government expanded under Trump. Biden, I believe. Everybody. If I miss anybody, let me know. I think the only person that really had anything that was close to a good presidency, like of modern day, maybe Clinton. Maybe Clinton. Clinton had a budget surpluses from fiscal years 1998 to 2001, the only such years from 1970 to 2023. Clinton's final 4 budgets were balanced budgets with surpluses beginning with the 1997 budget. The ratio of debt held by the public to GDP, a primary measure of U.S. federal debt, fell from 47.8% in 1993 to 33.6% by 2000. I got the numbers. I got the data. He had a surplus, goddammit. He had the 3rd consecutive surplus and the largest surplus ever. If that means anything, I'm stupid. I'm a high school graduate and a community college, a dumb community college dropout. So I think a surplus is a good thing. Am I wrong? Am I missing something? Please let me know. I gotta get back here because I keep going in the frame. But excuse me for a moment. Back in action. Back in action. So, Biden. I don't even know if I can salute and farewell you, but it's like you're coming from my state. You represent my state for 20, 30, 40 years, something like that. What did you do? What did you correct? What individual rights did you protect? What good programs for selfishness and rationality did you create or sponsor or promote? So then you became a vice president. What the hell did you do as vice president when Obama was in office? Then you came as president. What the hell did you do or didn't you do when you were president for the United States of You're gonna go down just like Ford and Carter and George H.W. Bush, one-termers. You're gonna be one-termer. That's what it is. Hey, I know you want to be like your buddy Obama. You want to be like him. You want to be, he was like your son, and then he sped ahead of you and became the president and got his double terms, and you wanted those coveted double terms. You wanted those 2 terms in office. So you had a complete one. Well, it's all right. You're gonna get a library, probably somewhere in Wilmington. Some facts that you may not know about Delaware, you can get from anywhere in Delaware, anywhere, any part of the state, to another part of the state in 3 hours or less. It's a fact. Look it up. But yeah. So Van Jones, Massa Biden, Massa Biden. Thank you for these years that you covered us with your rhetoric and your words and how you treated us so well, Massa Biden. Thank you, Massa Biden. I'm so happy that you was our president. I'm so happy, sir. Thank you, Massa. Thank you, Massa Biden. A little bit of Van Jones. Thank you. But yeah, I was looking at him like, what? Is this nigga serious? He's talking about Biden like he's his dad or some shit. Like, calm down, my friend. Hop off his nuts. God damn, he was getting emotional and damn near about to cry. Thought they were gonna go to a Kleenex commercial, take a break, or get some, or take a break for a Vagisil commercial, or or Lumi, I guess Lumi. No, but he needed to go. He needs to go. He needs to go away. And like I said, Harris looks like she could do it. But here's the big but. There's Democrats that are calling for other people. Biden's endorsement sets up Harris for a historic run. But she just found out about it today, too. She found out with the rest of us. So even though Biden exits the race and endorses Harris as nominee, doesn't mean she can capture the nomination. She still has to be nominated. She's officially taken over the Biden-Harris campaign account. She's the only one who could. That's pretty heavy. That's heavy. I think that she has, the capacity. She has somewhat, sort of, claim to be a president. I don't think she should, though. I don't think she should be president. Why? Because she's not fitting. She doesn't fit. She just doesn't. She doesn't have the gravitas. She's too herky jerky. I don't know. She's a weird kind of person. She's kind of to herself in a sense too. She's kind of aloof. She's kind of not really. I don't know. She's not proper for a president to be, and that's not saying anything for Trump. He's not a proper president either, as we've seen in his presidency. What he did with bleach and what he did with the different the sayings that he said, the idea of COVID-19 being over in a few months, it'll be over by summer. It didn't last until a few months after summer. It lasted after that, months after that. So that was like lodged in people's minds. They're like, you know what? Trump was fun in a lot of ways. He was funny. He was goofy. It was always you would get a laugh out of him every time he got onto the podium. But that's just entertainment. This is called the country. This is called the nation. We're supposed to be serious. We're supposed to have gravitas. We're supposed to have some kind of sense of self-respect and self-regard. I don't know if Harris has that either. Does she really possess that? Does she really show that? Does she have that in her mind? Not at heart. Heart is a glorious pump, but it's a pump nonetheless. It's a glorified pump because it's always, in relation to love and everything like that. When it's in your head that love exists. Your mind, your brain. But I'm going off the scale, off the beaten path here. And that's a good thing, I guess, if you go off the beaten path. But anyway, Biden, he was making gaffes. Like the gaff machine kept rolling. It was like, and I think he even named himself that. He was like, I'm a gaff machine. I'm gonna say the wrong thing over and over. So what? They'll vote for me anyway. I remember there was a great sketch. It wasn't really a sketch. It was a stand-up bit. Lewis Black. I don't remember exactly which album it was, but he was saying how how if we wanted to scare our enemies, if we wanted to scare the shit out of our enemies, we vote for Ronald Reagan again. This is after he died. He's like, "Yep, vote for Ronald Reagan. Just take his corpse, put him on, prop him up, and have him just everybody in awe. People taking pictures. There'll be journalists asking questions to a corpse. Like that would scare the shit out of the terrorists and the people that want us to do ill to America. That's what that's what it reminds me of. That was the Weekend at Bernie's kind of thing with Biden. Like he wasn't all there. He wasn't all there at his vice presidency. I would say he wasn't all there when he was a senator. He wasn't all there, definitely not as a president. What are we going to remember from him? We'll remember the Corvette that I'm sure he probably can't even drive now. We're going to remember the stacks of papers that he brought home from the vice presidency and some of his presidential material. We'll remember the ice cream that he ate, like just non-essential, inconsequential bullshit that doesn't amount to anything that we'll probably remember him for. Because, the rest of his record is too disgusting to account. Like I said, Afghanistan was a fiasco. It was a major disaster. It was a major political disgrace. He knows it. He knows that we did not leave Afghanistan properly. We did not leave with our minds focused on our goal. We left with our tails tucked between our legs and just barely made it off the ground. So Biden needed to step down or step aside or whatever the case may be. exit. Exit the race. That's the best way I guess you can frame it. Exit the race. Hand the baton to Harris. Watch her fall. I skinned my knee, y'all. I skinned my knee. She would be like talking about her knee. Yeah, well, yeah, I skinned my knee, and it really hurt, but I just kept running. I just kept running. She probably wakes up in the morning, plays music, plays Beyonce. Who runs the world? Girls. Who run this mother? I'm serious though. Like, it's just that serious. So, like I said, she's probably going to be relegated to vice president again. To be honest with you, it's going to be a white man most likely. It's not going to be a black man. They'll never have a black man and a black woman as president and vice president. That'll never happen in maybe 50, 60 years, maybe 100 years, if ever. America's just not ready for that much black. They had some coffee, but they had a little cream in the coffee with Obama. So he was mixed. He had a white mama and a black daddy. So you definitely have to realize that. That's the facts. So we have to realize everything about that. We have to see what the entire electorate will be. I think I see JD Vance advancing. Did you see what I did? The Vance and the I see him, going ahead in the party. He's probably going to become president one day. I can see that, and that'll be a hellish, terrible, horrific, ugly spot. Maybe it's worse or more worse than Biden. If you can top how terrible Biden was, then you're pretty much an awful president. Maybe not, Nixon level. Maybe not that horrific, or maybe not Carter. Maybe not as bad as Carter was, but damn near close. And I think Carter, who's in his 90s, probably has a little bit of more vim and vigor than his, down the line successor, his latest successor to being president of the United States. Biden's out of here. He's out of here. No more. We have to see him go to the podium. We're going to kill Medicare time. Like, that was atrocious. It was like cringe. This is damn. He's got. It wasn't even like he was. It was like he was fighting. Like I said, it was like fish in a barrel that eat themselves. That the species that eat themselves, whatever species it is. I don't know if it's piranha or what species. I'm trying to make a metaphor for, but they are simile for. That's what it was like with Biden. He had that same kind of energy. He had that same kind of stamina. Trump was just posted up. He was just like, look, I'll tell you about my day. I say I woke up this morning. Like, he didn't have to say anything and just look at Biden across the way and just completely fumble and stumble and implode. So you have to appreciate the fact that there is a a conscience within Biden, at least. In the very bit, he took he took the words of other people, and finally, they're rational words. They weren't just like, second-handed. I have to listen to these people and whatever. No, they were rational words. Sometimes you do need rationality in your ear to correct your own mistakes and your own ideas. And he finally said, "You know what? I can't do this. This isn't my. Is it the road to hoe to row? Something. My road to hoe or something like that. This isn't my fight. This is my challenge. I've done my part. I served my country to him. In his mind, he's thinking he served his country. It was his pleasure. There's signs in at the beginning of when you first cross over to Delaware that say home of President Joseph R. Biden Jr. Like they're gonna have to take that down, obviously. I think, or are they gonna keep that up? If he does, bite the dust sooner or rather than later, will they keep it up, or they keep, take him down, or I don't know, because he won't be the president at the current time. He won't ever be president ever again after January 20th, 2025. So we have to realize those facts. Those facts have to be, acknowledged. It's the reality of the situation. It's the truth of it. And we are all spectators to the spectacle. Isn't that lovely? I'm just looking at the news. Breaking news. Oh my God. Biden exits race and endorses Harris's nominee. Harris says she's honored. This is from CNN. Honored to receive Biden's endorsement and that she intends to earn and win the Democratic nomination. Well, you ain't going to do it, sister girl. Just to keep it truthful. Keep it real. Keep it 100. Keep it a buck. Keep it a stack. You're not going to win the nomination, in my opinion. She might prove me wrong, but I can't see her winning the nomination for president. Not while, Trump and Vance, I don't know what I guess Dumb and Dumber. No, that's not very right because Vince is pretty smart. Whatever duo, Bill and Ted. No, that's not right because Vance is pretty smart. Like all the different, it's either people with brown hair and orange hair or blonde hair, or yellowish orange hair. I don't know how to describe it, but a lot of people are, frustrated, sad, sickened, disheartened right now. I'm just sighing. I'm just sighing relief. So that's the reality that I have taken in. Just the facts that I'm gonna look at what Fox News has, and then I'm going to MSNBC. See what they say. They're not even talking like that big. It's not even like a major concern. West Virginia senator tells Fox News he may re-register as a Dem and enter White House race. So that's not even they're saying that like Biden exits. Forcing Biden out of campaign could have big down ballot implications. So they're not even really talking about it like that. This is serious. They're saying he was forced out. See, I don't know. See, this is how language gets weird. They said he was forced out of the nomination. Was he really forced out? Seems weird. I like to say exit. I give that to CNN. He exited. I don't know if he was forced out, like somebody it just conjures up the idea, the imagery in my mind, saying that he was, you know, carried out by his arms. You know. Biden drops out, endorses Harris. That's MSNBC. Intellectual humility leads us to Kamala Harris as the least risky bet. Is she the least risky bet? I gotta ask that question. She seems like she's not. I mean, she seems like she's pretty much together, but she's together for like doing hair or something like that. She was a hairdresser. She was like she could probably run a good business or something like that for for a hair salon or something like that. Not the president of the United States of America, that's for sure. She's a little bit too sister girl for me. I don't know. She's too black. But I don't see her as serious. Something just tells me that she's not sincere in her ways. Something just tells me that. I don't know what it is about her. Something tells me about her that she's not really all there. I want to be wrong. I want to say we got to have somebody to defeat Trump, but it doesn't look like it. Just to be honest, just to be rational, just to use reason. I mean, you don't have to look at the polls. Just the fervor and the ideal. A convicted felon is leading leading not just in the polls, but just among people. Just look at the RNC. They were going crazy over this guy. Like he was. Could you imagine if Obama was going into the election or re-election as a convicted felon? That man would be carted out so quick. Wouldn't it be funny? He didn't commit crimes, but it is spiritually criminal for him to have the Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act. That was a spiritually criminal, very offensive, horrific passage of that law. Disgusting. He would go to prison for me. He would have to go, for life for passing that law. I mean, if that was a crime, which it wasn't, of course. But let me get my sponsors in. My main man Peng has lifestrongapparel.com, lifestrongapparel.com. You can find fitness gear. You can find different parts of apparel, of course, Life Strong Apparel, and sea moss that's infused with fruit, especially blueberry. I've tried that. It's delicious. And he has mango among others. So try all that out. Go to the site. Tell them that the Goofy Guy Scott Saunders sent you. Also, check out at BEEJASCKSON5478 on YouTube. B Jackson on YouTube. He has sardines, chicken, and near beer, and he's talking and he has great conversations and reviews of all these different products, and that he cooks up himself or tests like the near beer. So tell him that the Goofy Guy Scholar Saunders sent you and enjoy that. Also, subscribe to Spirit Smooth Tunes on YouTube. SPIRIT SMOOTHTUNES. Spirit Smooth Tunes. He's got Najee. He's got Kim. He's got people like Whitney Houston, the Gap Band, Zap, Rolls Royce, the Spinners, so many other different groups. If you want to, have a nice little evening with your significant other, want to, lay down and have a good time, definitely listen to these songs. at full blast. All right, and tell them that the Goofy Guy Scholar Saunders sent you. Also, check out Dot Focus. He was in here today. Yeah, I'm about to get out of here, but I can stay a little longer. Hold on. Dot Focus. He does gaming. He does first person shooter. It's at twitch.tv/DOTFOCUS_1_. Tell him that the Goofy Guy Sky Saunders sent you. He's got my name in Discord chat, so I'm appreciating that. And we got 2 people now. It was 0 people for like 40-50 minutes. And then it was straight 0 like that. But now I got 2 people in here. 2 people. Anyway, if you want to advertise and sponsor for this show, go to SKYLERSAUNDERS@gmail.com. And also, the 100 Club, you can do $100 or more by contributing to the machine every month. It doesn't roll over. It stays in the month. If you do $50 this month and $50 next month, it doesn't count. You got to do $100 this month and $100 next month and $100 next month. I'll do as many promotions as possible. I have tens of thousands of views, and I'm growing every day. I'm getting more people on board. More people are telling about my show, so I appreciate that. And you can definitely support the show by going to my PayPal, which is paypal.me/SKYLERSAUNDERS. And my Venmo at Skylerized, SKYLERIZED. Cash App is $SKYLERSAUNDERS1. Yeah, you're late. You're about to leave. Do you see Joe dropping out? I'm talking about Wizard. Wizard saying all this. Yes, that's the whole thing I'm talking about. I was talking about Van Jones. I did my reenactment. I'll do it right again. Master Biden, you served your country. You did all that you could. You did everything. I gotta lick your boots and suck on your kneecaps now. I gotta do all of that. I gotta do it for the people. So thank you, Master Biden. We appreciate you, Master Biden. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, okay, so Wizard, I appreciate everything you do. And if you want me to stick around, you're going to have to drop at least $20. I'm $20 to $50. And I'll stick around for another hour. I swear to God, I might have to get up and go, but I'll leave the channel up. Right now, before it gets to the 30-second dollar, the minute and 4 seconds with the 30-second mark, it looks like it's not. So I got to say, hey, it's been real. It's been a lot of fun. I didn't get that many viewers. I'm just experimenting because I don't get that many viewers on here on my MacBook for some reason. I don't know. I get them more on my phone. I have no idea why. They must have some random, pick where people just say, "Oh, who the hell is this guy? What's he about?" And they don't have that much for the Mac when you're on your Mac. So it is what it is. It's gotta be real. It's true. So that's how it is. So thank you very much. Salute to Dot Focus, especially Riles and Wizard. They all came in. It was just a few people. So I appreciate you all. Thank you very much. Take care.